Hello, brother. This is my common sense. I try to keep it down. Indigo under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, something very, 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 very. Gang and play. And I want to liberals, libertarians, people, like small people, like ayahuasca, people like to drink AMT. And of course, I'm going to try to send this invite out. Okay, but listener discretion is advised. And basically, that's what I got to do right now. Before I get started here, okay, let me see. Okay, I'm going to here and post this to his piece. Okay, all right. Okay, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, y'all. Okay, let me see. That's one person. Going to my sub menu here, and I'm gonna. Okay, stop it. Stop moving around, baby. Baby, I have something in my hand. All right. Okay. Let me see. Got to get him set up too. We got 3 people I can invite right now. That's what only the people that seems to care. That's the only people that seems to care. So pretty much, either they're afraid. Some people are afraid. Some people don't want to show up, but it's okay. Hello to your brothers and sisters. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down in under 10 minutes. And of course, with listener discretion is advised. I'm your friendly neighborhood Schizologist. You know how to find me. You see all my links and shit like that. If you're in here, you should basically say, hey, oh shit, I'm gonna go eat, bro. I'm like, dude, we just talked and so people, guys can be so stupid. Brad might not show up because he has to eat, okay? So let him eat, okay? Now, anyway, because I talked to him about going to get some to eat early, okay? But now he's gonna get some to eat. So let him get some to eat, okay? But you know what? As you should already know, I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. I do all sorts of crazy shit to get most people off at first. But that's what my videos are about, not to gravitate towards a whole lot of attention, okay? Oh, here we go. How you been, BMT? What's going on? How you been, BMT? Yeah, thanks for showing up, man. We got some shit to talk about. Yeah, I'm trying my best to get other folks on here. Just getting a little warmed up. Today's topic will basically be about how a good man, okay, it doesn't matter what color, black or white, is going to try to protect themselves from the Jezebel. Did you talk about that on your show yet?
A what?
Have you ever
good man is going to protect himself from a Jezebel?
Yeah, Jezebels, Liliths, Succubuses, prostitutes, you know. Okay. Have you talked about that on your show? I don't want to talk about things that you talked about on my show and stuff like that, you know, because I don't want it to interclash or anything like that, because I know you're more popular than me. And I very
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Go ahead.
I very much appreciate you popping up on here because it's like I tried my best to start it up, but it's kind of hard to do. I was trying to start it and I couldn't understand it at first. And then I realized I had to go in the desktop mode and then it unlocks everything. So I'm like, yo, okay. So I figured everything out on my own, trial and error. I very much appreciate it. StreamYard is a good thing to use for your mobile device. Okay. So how was your day so far?
It's all right. It's all right. Just putting together some works and stuff. That's all. Just chilling out. What's going on? What's up?
Yeah, if you want to talk about anything, we can talk about anything you like, at least about 1 or 2 topics.
No. This is your show. So I'm here as a guest to just support you.
Okay, thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. I feel so special, man. I feel so fucking special. Oh my goodness. How's your morning going so far?
It's going pretty good. You know what I'm saying, just being easy, talking with family, just making sure that funds are properly distributed out to buy things that are needed. Just looking at just handling responsibility. I think that's a big thing. It's a pretty big thing.
Let me ask you a question. I have a question for you. How did you get your gaming thing up on your? Did you do it through StreamYard? Because I'm interested in how you did it. I'm on Twitch and I'm also on Mix, right? So I'm like wondering how you do that through the. I saw you on YouTube. I got your notifications each time you play games. So I'm like wondering how you start playing your game when you're playing Doom.
Okay. The way how I do that is if you have a gaming device. There's 2 ways. Like whenever I play my games, I sync my YouTube with my console, so that way whenever I go online, whenever I go online, all I gotta do is just say I'm broadcasting or set it for broadcast, and then they'll broadcast my stuff. So you can set it up like that with certain devices, and they'll allow you to go ahead and do that. That's one of the things I do enjoy.
Are you doing it through the StreamYard, or are you doing it through the console itself?
The console itself. The console itself.
So what menu do you have to look under? Because I like to take my time to understand this. Okay, where do you look? So I got Xbox One X, and you played it on the PS4. I could see that you probably played it on the PS4, right? The
Right.
Doom Eternal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what label do you look under in order to activate that? Do you remember?
Yeah, okay, so for your Xbox One X, what you're gonna do is go first of all. Have you been looking at YouTube on your Xbox One? Have you ever used YouTube on your Xbox One?
Okay.
If you use it on sync it up, it's gonna tell you. It's gonna give you a little code that way you can sync your YouTube channel with that, and when you do that, then it would allow you to actually go online and actually play it. So yeah, you want to sync your console to your YouTube channel, and then after that, whenever you want to broadcast, it's going to automatically start broadcasting on there.
Okay, and I just want you to understand that whatever anyone talks about, I'm going to write it and update the description box, because this is real important stuff so everybody can know, because I'm a beginner. I don't really know a lot of technicalities on how they link all this streaming and all that stuff. I'm still kind of new to it.
No problem.
But I've been on the internet for since 2012, but on and off, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it sounds simple, what you're talking about.
Like I said, if you need help, like I said, don't be afraid to ask. I think that's one of the biggest issues is that and I remember, like I said, I'm still always learning. Like I wish I could do like certain people and do editing and all that other stuff and have like screen and all that stuff, but I don't know how to do some of that stuff. But I'm not afraid to ask, and even when I do ask, I still have to. I make and find my own way. So I greatly and I deeply do appreciate whenever you do come over. It's fun. You have a very vivid and wild spirit where you're like, hey, this is who I am and this is what I believe in, and I greatly respect you. I don't care what people say. It's my show. And if you're building up your own brand, you know what I'm saying, just be wise about how you move, and you know what I'm saying, find people that want to help you build. So I got no problem with that. So
I'm just like, I'm gonna put down in the description box what you just talked about a little bit at the time, because I want to make sure that everybody understand in the description box what's going on in this video chat, and I very much appreciate it. And okay, because I'm still new in myself, because I get distracted because my wife is like talking in the background, and I keep telling her to stop doing it. I also want to talk about today, how a good man. I want to talk about today. Beware, good men, of the dangers of Lilith and the Succubus and the Jezebel. Also, I want to talk about how to treat those pretty narcissistic type of girls if you still have one, or you ever do encounter them, the clown. Okay, and so these two topics I'm gonna try to keep focus on, and also branch off on many different other subjects. And everyone should know how to follow me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm not your average man. I'm not your fucking Peter Pan. Well, what else is going on with you, man? Before I begin.
Nothing too much. Like I said, we're pretty much just getting ready for this type of pandemic that we're going through. I don't think it's so. One of the things that freaks people, it's not so much just the virus. It's literally not having the viable access to certain things you have in everyday life. So people are going to have to be very much so wise. Maybe this is actually a plausible good topic, because there are going to be some people out there that are going to ask in advance to them, hey, like, I got you got money if you want to have, a chance or a piece of this ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, throw me some coins. And that can literally compromise you or put you in a situation. So these things are very much so going to be looked at, and they're going to be tested.
Oh, definitely. I have some pieces of advice for guys out there who are so paranoid. I say to them all of the time, Wear that mask, please, you guys. If this virus is that thick, they say now it can live for a couple of days on certain objects, right? Did you hear about
Yes,
this?
yes, it
And
can.
I'm like, yo, if this thing can survive, and if it's in the air, you got to be very much in fear. It may not be false evidence appearing real, but it's better to be safe than sorry or a goddamn paranoid schizophrenic just like myself. Okay, so I recommend you to understand what these chemicals are. Okay, now a lot of people haven't heard about this. I'm advertising this. Now you can't.
Mhm.
Did you tell me shut down? Did you? What? Do you want to try it? Yeah, see, my wife is like telling me to shh while I'm doing live. You know, I'm alpha. I don't have no time for shh, and she knows I can go anywhere I want. Okay. Um, meso as a silver is collado silver.
Mhm.
A silver collado silver is something that it's very old. Okay, and it's if you ever heard of blue bloods or some forth things, it suffocates the oxygen out of the cells into your body. My blood cells are different because I don't have those receptacles on my red blood cells.
Mhm.
This, if you drink this once a day on an empty stomach, it says it's supposed to reduce and help your immune system. Okay, this is a microscopic silver pieces. It's called collado silver. You heard about it before?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know too much on it, so go ahead.
Okay, but if you can't, it's really expensive. See, anything that's expensive is more likely to worth your time. Look at this. As a matter of fact, this is all you really need in life. Okay, because I keep telling people about the heart attacks and the amino acids. 48 amino acids is in spirulina. People don't know about the history of spirulina. It's like from the volcanic ash. It's from blue green algae department, the sections of it. Now, this is spirulina and chlorella. These things attack it helps the immune system and boosts it dramatically. If it's the only thing you need to eat as a vitamin or a supplement or something like that, this is very expensive, and it comes in a powder form. You got to be careful though, because some of them are the fake ones, and this one has hold on, there's something you're supposed to look for. Okay, basically on this right here, it tells you if it's the genuine one or not. You got to be careful because some of them are fake and some of them are not real. You see this right here? You ever heard
Right.
of spirulina and
No,
chlorella?
no. I mean, how much did you pay for that?
It's probably like $32, man.
Wow.
And anything, as I said before, paying for a price a penny for something like this, you can get it in powder form, but cheaper. This is tablet form. Okay, I take 3 a day. Okay, I'm a moderation type of guy, and this will help you boost your immune system. I feel bad for everyone who smokes. Okay, who basically already has some preconditions. What the hell? I got to drop my fix it up. Did I? Hello, everybody. I came back.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm just trying to help out the world. Magnesium, okay, red pepper, okay, it helps the blood. It helps the blood. Okay, I just want to advertise this red pepper and red chili powder, and also magnesium, which helps out your heart attacks. You don't get heart attacks with this, and dates and stuff like that. I just want to advertise that those things. That's all I eat for my defenses. There's other things too, like watermelon and all that stuff. But I'm not trying to get into the detail of everything.
Right.
But please understand.
Hello. Um.
Hello? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I hit the button by accident. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So if you got those things inside of your inventory and you thinking of health all the time, most likely, and you got yourself protected all full circle, the virus can probably be into your eye too. So be careful now. I wear glasses, so it might be flecked off. I don't know. I didn't take no chances. You might have to look like a goddamn ninja in order to protect yourself full circle and shit. Now I might just be a ninja now. Okay, right? When you go outside, do you put everything on that you need to be put on? Yeah.
Well, I don't have much. I don't have much interaction with people. When it comes much anymore.
Mhm.
Again, that's probably one of the blessings of being an introvert. Of being an introvert at times is that I don't really too much care. I mean, I got everything I need. I got my family. I got me. I got all. I go out when I have to go out and get what I need, and then I'm done.
Hmm.
So it's gonna be, and I purposely keep people away at a distance. So this is something that we definitely have to start being more knowledgeable of and be more concerned of. Children don't need to be going. If you have children out, I mean, your children should only be within like close proximity of you, and they really shouldn't be in public like that. Some people, they don't care. They just have their people out there. They don't care how they risk their lives or what they do to themselves. But
Yeah,
I was
go ahead.
no. I'm just saying, just be more smart about your shit. That's just something that people need to start doing.
I think this coronavirus was caused by me and shit, because the same shit happened to Ethiopia way before this coronavirus. Yeah, I have the Jesus complex and shit. And I say, y'all better stop talking about me for something happened to your country. And then people in America talk about shit about, y'all better stop talking about me for something happened. And next thing you know, even my wife tried to fuck with me. You know how you got the Jesus complex? You know you're Jesus, you know you're God and stuff. I know you might not feel like that. But I'm like, then bad shit just start happening. It's like really quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't wait to hear these voices tell me some crazy shit, right? And then it tells me not to do something. I'm like, the obvious thing I should supposed to be doing is getting her out of the house. And you know my past about with my wife and stuff like that. And next thing you know, my voice is telling me, don't call a PF on her. You have a chance to put her away, but don't do it. You want to see the power, right? It tells me shit like that. I got 3 fucking voices, man. Next thing you know, I got all my kids back now with my kids. Now all of a sudden the fucking homeschooling thing. Now they're forcing the homeschooling. It's gonna be more than just 2 weeks. This lockdown is gonna be further than that. What do you think?
It's definitely gonna take some time to get a lot of our stuff together. Especially with the way how our society is based on a system where they have to deal with each other. They have to, get to, be social. People like us who are used to just doing things on our own, we're not too much. I think it doesn't really too much phase us, because we're like, oh, okay, whatever. But other people, it's kind of a little bit more complex than that. Like they got a lot more at stake. Like we don't. I believe you don't work. Neither do I.
Yeah, let me tell you something about working now here. Everyone's mentally ill. Let me put a fact right now. If you're not a liar, and basically you hear, there's people who have heard voices ever since and they never get a check. Okay. There's a lot of people who's supposed to be on disability, but are not. And there's a lot more people who are basically on disability who are not fucking disabled. It's reversed. It's fucking reversed. They say it's 50 million people on disability. Okay. So we got 2 types of people. People who are SSI, which is basically those who basically the parents filed it because the child has a mental disability. Okay. So the mother files it. And then there's the retirement, which I received because I was a slave for the white masters for quite a long time. And I filed my SSDI, which is retirement money. Now you can flip it any own kind of way you want. If you work and you file your taxes, they already taking Social Security out of you already. They already taking Medicare out of you already. So basically that's a retirement fund. Fuck the 401k. I told people about that 401k plan. What do you think about that 401k plan? I told them, wait a minute. That's an investment? Is that a pension fund? Not necessarily. Okay. What do you think is a 401k plan? Did you ever have one? Did you ever hear of one before?
Yeah, I've heard of one before. Especially as when I was in the service. Most time they would tell you to go get a plan to you know what I'm saying, but the thing about it is living, or pretty much just being able to live long enough to actually afford a plan. That's the big issue. Like, you know what I'm saying, you can say, well, yeah, I got a plan, or I have some paperwork. But, with the way how the stock is going right now, how many people are going to actually be able to cash in? And
is the 401k plan linked to the stock market?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's what I feel. I said, wait a minute. I remember I was offered a 401k plan when I was working at this company. And I was like, give me the details. Just say the keywords here. They say it's linked to the stock market. I said, no, then I don't want it. Simply because you said that, and simply because they're using my money, I believe Social Security is a little bit more safer because they're already taking the money out, and you're guaranteed one when you're 60, 70 years old, but it's not always guaranteed unless they privatize it or they take it away. because you know there's a lot of elderly in this country. So that's why I didn't want to accept the 401. Now people's 401k plan is kind of getting garbage. It's being useless now. I was reading somewhere. Did you read any articles about it? The 401k plan is becoming useless. It's irrelevant now. You lost it. You lost all your. Did you read it? Did you hear anything about that?
No, I didn't know. Well, you're saying that they 401k plans been doing what?
It's not gonna. It's irrelevant now. You won't be able to use it. You won't have that money. It's gone.
Wow.
I read an article. Okay, I'm just saying. I wish I had my computer. I said when I was reading, I said, "Yo, it's your 401k plan is gone." Okay, is a 401k plan like a pension? Okay, so basically, anyone who has invested, it said anyone who hasn't invested, it's gonna be worthless. Okay, so I'm like, I don't. Maybe because of the stock. Okay, I don't know. I'm just trying to say, but I still get my disability and say, I told you when you work and you filed your paperwork and stuff like that, that might be gone too. But you got to have a plan C. You know what I'm saying? You can't be worrying about just two incomes. You being a slave. Okay, now I hate when people call. Don't you hate when people call you, and then next thing you know you online and shit. These cold calls and these robocalls. Don't you hate that?
Yeah, they got a lot of them. A lot of them do that when they'll call you. Mm-hmm.
I can't stand that, man. I'm like, then it messes with my audio sometimes. I got a very powerful phone, and then motherfuckers come out with a Samsung Galaxy 20 and shit. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? And getting all these robocalls. I didn't give out my number. I didn't give out my number. How did they get my fucking number? Do you know how they got my number? BMT?
Pretty much on our phone, it's just a random shuffle where they literally can pull you up and literally ask you like, hey, like, are you interested in it? It's like a call marketer. Like they'll call you and say, hey, are you interested in this? Do you want this? That kind of
goddamn robots, the fucking robots. And hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm like, yo, man, yo. I can't wait till they get rid of that shit, man, because that's like, I think it's some foreigners doing that shit. Where did that shit reside from? Who satellite is they using to do that, to prank people and shit like that? They don't even have none of my information. Sometimes I'll get calls, right? And the mother will be like, oh, you have credit card debt or something like that. I'm like, dude, I don't have a credit card. Jeez, man. Jeez, that's annoying. I get disturbed by that all of the time. So what is your perspective on about good men being taken advantage of in this day and age, full of beta alpha simps? What do you think about that?
Well, the thing about it is knowing and doing better. You know, that's the first thing you gotta ask yourself. Are you knowingly participating and paying this female? If you're knowingly doing that, then I have to you gotta ask yourself the question, like, are you mad that you did it and that you could not make her submit because you knew that, you knew what you was getting into. Like a lot of these guys, think that, well, I got a resource or I got something that this person wants, so naturally they're going to fall to my will. And the same thing about it, that's the name of the game. If I have something that they want, which is money or some type of resource, I'm going to use it to push it or put it above that person's head, so that way they'll want to deal with me. Now, in you doing that,
tell me something. Why do men actually become so desperate for the pussy rather than think about materialism things like women do? You know what I'm saying? Because women can shut off psychologically. Okay, they compartmentalize after a while. They become seasonal. You know these facts. Okay, I don't understand why men would stick with a female and just only think about being lonely and not getting any pussy, because these are the two elements I used to be like. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna be lonely and I get no pussy, right? But instead of being wiser, thinking about the materialistic aspect, why can't they be like those women? Why?
Because men feel that ownership is power. Just like women now, they're trying to do that. They believe that ownership is power.
Power over the pussy. Power over the dick.
Exactly. Like, that's the thing about it. It's funny how we shine down on we frown down on the ownership of having servitude under us. Why do you think you hear a lot of this content on women should submit, this submit? And I'm like, then why do y'all bitch about so much about slavery then? Y'all keep talking about submission. So the question would honestly come about, like, if you're submitting, what power do you have to make them people want to submit to you? But if you don't have no power, then there's no reason for anything to submit to you. Power gains or has an ownership of a flock towards submission. And if you don't have that, then guess what? You can't command. That's why I don't waste my time online, how some people are talking about doggone pussy or just these things. I talk about things that are tangible. If you get your shit together, guess what? A woman will follow you. Why? Because they're gonna want your tangibles. They're gonna want your tangibles of what you have.
And when it comes to what you just said, I already made a video on how to do the trade option thing. So my wife knows the trade is lost. She's not going to win the battle. If I want something, I told him in my past video, if it's about pussy, you have to at least have 3 things she's going to lose if she don't give no pussy. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, because my wife is a virgin, so I need the pussy. Okay, but you got to pay up. You got to pay up, and if you don't want to give it the right way, you do trade. It's not abuse. And the thing is that women have this tendency, okay, to see it as abuse when you make an agreement pact. It's like you're working for the white man at the job, right? You already make an agreement. You don't know when that white man's going to fire you, right? You don't know when he's going to fire you, but you listening to everything he's saying, right? That's a contradiction out of the ass. And when you come home, all your man wants is smaller things, okay? Like I told my wife all the time, I say, hey, if you want me to do these things, you got to give me this, okay? And you talk to them in advance. You make an app. If you're alpha, you have an application process, right? And so it's not abuse if you fill out that application process. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you put an application there. I say, if we're gonna make an agreement here, I make you smile every day. Everything is cool. If you just for pussy, okay, it's the same trade as fucking dick, okay. And if you want to get sticky with it, then you got to give me something up. You want to give something up, okay. You got to get a trade, okay. If I want something, you gonna have to give me something, okay? And if for the man to have more things to trade, like for example, like my wife got the phone and the car and shit like that, she don't get none of those things unless she give me what I need. You see, that's easy. Like when I talk to women, I say, hey, you got to pay up first before I come over, okay? Stuff like that. It's trade-offs, okay? If none of those trade-offs are done from the start, you become a beta cuck. And I made a video about that a little previously before that, and a little while ago. And I tell guys all the time to always have a trade-off. If you want something, make the trade-off so you can take it back. Take the things that you give her, which is usually materialistic and gain, because women, they can shut off the pussy. Even though if they feel good, they're gonna shut off the pussy just to see if they can control you. They're gonna test your ass. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
All right. So the question I want to ask is, how do you get a woman to submit to your programming of power?
Okay, the best thing to do for guys to do is make sure she's in another country. That's the first thing, because it's the mentos, it's the mentality. If she's in another country, she's gonna be eager. Okay, if she's eager in America, any developed country, you're not going to find too many ego for you, especially when they're really stuck up on their looks. And as I said before, this is going to lead to the other question and topic. I was going to talk about how to treat those Jezebels because of the way they look. And it's not really all about looks. It's about peanuts and pockets. So when you first encounter a female, you make them smile. We should already know this is a basic, fundamental confidence thing. You have to know how to make a woman smile. You can't do it. You can't do it. You should not talk to a woman. Don't talk to women. You have to master that ability to make them smile, because smiling is halfway. Women tell me all the time, smiling is halfway to the pussy. Right? BMT, right? Isn't smiling halfway to the pussy?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. So women tell me, I say, you make me smile every day. I said, no, thank you very fucking much. So as soon as you break down that guard and making them happy, okay, basic psychology, then it's time on to dark psychology. Because what's going to happen, you're going to have, she's manipulating you. We playing chess here, right? Women already are thinking 10 steps ahead of the man because the only thing the man is focused on is fucking pussy. So you're going to have to start putting alpha shit down, like application processes. And she want to keep feeling happy every day, especially if she's in another country. Do you know what my wife showed me before I met her?
What?
From video footage to clip pictures, naked pictures. I showed her my click titty pictures and too. I got chestnut. If I showed it on air, I might be good band. Okay, people go, he looks nice. Look, I got a nice body. Okay, I show her my pictures. It's called trade-off. And if you don't do any trade-off, if you don't do any discussion, you become a beta. And that's the problem with most men. And of course, you talk to them, you make them smile. You talk about an agreement pact today. You have to have an agreement. You have to have an application. If she's not a virgin, don't waste your time. Virgin female to me, now I don't know how you feel about virgin women, but you might like them, okay? What do you think about that, BMT? I don't understand. If you do like women who are already been bust up in, it's called microchemistry, okay? You ever heard of microchemistry?
No, I never heard of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down so people can actually. Sometimes people think I'm making up stories. Okay, it's called micro. There it is. Okay, there it is. Because people think I'm lying when I make up stuff, when I talk stuff, and I did the research on. Well, microchemistry, chimerism is usually the basic fundamentals of the spiritual war with me. Okay, for me, it's a war. But the scientific term for it is the DNA. To keep it simple, is DNA, past DNA in the woman's body, right? Okay. So the past DNA from other past males stay dormant in the woman's body. And I thought about this way before I saw this word. And I said, that's hitting on the fucking money, man. I said, yep. As you enter her womb with the condom is chemicals. And if you trust the white man, she's going to be either infertile or she's going to have some sort of infection. So the chemical warfare, that shit right there, again. That's a whole new ball game when it comes to condoms. I don't like condoms. I don't believe in them shits, okay? So if you just say you go up in there, pops or breaks, and you got a combination of chemicals, and then your spermatozoid go up in there, your spermatozoid has a fishtail and a head, right? So these attachments to I'm saying this is all probability and probabilities, right? Right? They can attach themselves onto the spermatozoid, and it may cause the spermatozoid to have an anomaly, which is an abnormal thing that can cause the sperm to not act a certain way. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Sugars and proteins. Okay, it's a little scientific. I know. I understand what you understand what I'm saying. So I know I'm off a little bit subject, but if you're sleeping with another man's, what another man has been at, that is called contamination. Okay, right, okay. BMT. And so I looked at that when I was a kid. I was like, wait a minute. Why am I chasing after females who's already been broken into or probably had too many of them? Why? And she has DNA trapped up inside her pussy. And that's the thing I need guys to think of, because I used to carry a back. That's why I had to improvise. I did so many different things to improvise. I started carrying a strap, a book bag, and had a strap on with me. And eventually women started paying me because I didn't want to touch the pussy. I had OCD with this shit. I don't have no time for it. So women hate me because of that. Because they think I'm gonna put my lips on their pussy. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But you understand what I'm saying? That how to approach women is not that hard. It's like either they're down with you or they're not. Okay, romance is fake. It's all fake to me. If a female's really attracted to you, right, dog? Trust me, she's gonna wet regardless. She wants to fuck. You understand the Faharma home thing?
Okay, so I'm trying to understand all this. All right.
I know I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but you gotta stop me sometimes, man. You gotta stop me.
Let me ask this question. Do you think it's conducive for a man who's in a family to be talking about game?
Talk about game?
Yeah.
Of course it is, especially when I'm talking about facts.
But if you're a family man, shouldn't you be talking about family vices and on building of that,
how about this? As I said before, this is going to be relating to what I was talking about. How to protect yourself. This is what I do. Focus on yourself. Don't worry about your family. You carry yourself a backpack. Now it may be called the prepper or something like that. I don't give a fuck about nobody or anything unless they really are attached to my soul. Now I understand you may be attached to your family. Okay, I know your kids are innocent, okay, but you can only but do so much. You have to focus on yourself. It's not about the family, because if the family is really about you, you would never have any arguments in the first place. So I'm kind of like cold-hearted on that, or tough love, because I don't have that much heart for. So me and my wife is incompatible after I brought her into the country. You understand?
You and your wife became incompatible?
Yeah, because she was a liar. She lied about some things. Okay. She failed some of my tests.
Now,
and
hold on. So wait, why did you marry her if you say she's incompatible? Why didn't you just?
No. She was compatible with me in Ethiopia. You get it? Okay. But once you bring a female in the country, they start to change. Their true colors will come out. So you have to test those type of things before you can protect your. You have to test people in order for your emotions. You're insecure. Everybody's insecure to some degree. You have to test people. This is dark psychology. Okay. You have to test them in order to see where their values are at. You understand what I'm saying? And if they fail those tests, it actually protects you. It activates. It's like playing chess. You got to focus on yourself. If you're thinking about your family, you might be forgetting about yourself. That's all I'm saying. And if you forget about yourself and you are the king, okay, you are the Lord, you may just be opting to commit suicide for your whole entire family. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. I used to carry a bag. And in this bag, I would carry a 3 months to 4 months duration of food. Okay? I would carry simple, essential things that I need in this bag. This bag is big. You know how strong my back is? And how big that bag is, that book bag is I carry? And people be like, why you carry that heavy? If something goes down, if shit hits the fucking fan, guess who's going to be asked? You know how many times I talked to my wife and said, being ready, being prepared, and she ignores me? You know how many times I've been talking to her nicely? If your woman is really down for you, she's going to listen to everything you say. She's going to listen to that book, the good book. And I'm not even religious. Religion is a patriarch. So go ahead.
So like I said, but I gotta go over and do my show soon. Okay. But other than that, like I said, the most thing about it is, hey, be smart about your money, be wise about what you spend on and how you move, and just be more conscientious of where you stick your dick. That's all I gotta say. Much respect to everyone. Much respect, guys. Like I said, I gotta go over and do my show. Mario, you're a good guy. I'm gonna see y'all guys later. All right.
You're a good guy too. I'm gonna put your information there, man. Thanks a lot for showing up.
Thank you, Mario, for having me over, man.
Peace. So as you can see and understand that I'm not your average man, I'm not your Peter Pan. We talk about all sorts of crazy stuff, and sometimes I can ramble on, but of course I like to keep it moving and stuff like that. And he likes to keep it moving and stuff. He got things to do on his side. You can find BMT, and I'm gonna put his information out there for you too. God damn it. Okay, so we're gonna continue on in here to prepare yourself before I get out of here. Because I'm supposed to have someone else pop up on here and show their head and shit like that. Everybody got their own way of knowledge and shit. But of course, everybody has their own personalities and charms. Because let's continue on here. Beware, good men, you're not worth it. Now, there'll be women, y'all guys, who'll be like running to y'all and shit, like, yeah, oh shit, he's a good man. They know in advance what a good man is. Women's intuition only works like this. Okay, like I said, but I don't hate the game. I love the game. I'm part of the illuminated ones indirectly. Maybe, maybe not. They love me. Okay, I haven't been killed by the cracker. Okay, I'm just saying. Women know if they're dealing with a man, not because of their quality of the dick. Okay, not because they don't know anything scientific. So don't try to put down, oh, this man is more prettier and that's a better quality man. They don't know what them things are. Stop it, y'all guys. Stop saying, okay, women want to sleep with the guy who looks more who's more well equipped, but they don't know that shit because the ugly looking motherfucker have the biggest dick in the fucking genetics. We know this. So stop assuming that women know more than what they are. Now, I'm not hitting on all y'all women. The women that is really hardcore to the core know what the fuck I'm talking about. But to protect yourself, you should be focusing on yourself. Again, your money should be frugal as fuck. You shouldn't even be worrying about going to this. There be months I don't even go to the supermarket. You have to be so strong spiritually, okay? Like, yo, you can't be like focusing on that extracurricular. The only thing I really focus on is my system and my TV. And I try to keep myself in the zone to make time fly faster, peoples. Y'all guys know what the hell I'm talking about. Now, Black Pill probably got it on point when you say you want to try to be a monk. But if you're trying to be an Emerald Pill or you're trying to be Purple Pill, you got to plan things. And I don't want my life to be too boring. That's why I met my wife in Ethiopia. If it wasn't for my wife, I would still be a gigolo, and I'll probably be way more successful and way more popular in the world right now. Because my gigolo and shit, I didn't know nothing about these cameras back in 2012. I didn't know shit about these cameras. Like, what the hell is going on? I'm telling you right now, after a period of time, I was making videos in the past. I did some porn, but I wasn't thinking, hey, it's gonna blow up like this, Facebook and shit. I'm like, yo, this Facebook is shit. YouTube is this shit. I still was ignorant. I still was in my schizoid zone. I didn't think I would ever be popular with this shit. But now you can be popular on the internet just by talking shit. Like Dr. Disrespect and Ninja and all those other individuals. So I started coming up and said, yo, I might as well start making videos. I wish I could make more porn. I can't do more porn. My wife says no to Pornhub. She don't want to show her body because she don't see herself as beautiful enough. And it's sad. And when women start getting older and they start hitting the wall and shit, they start taking measures. They start doing hypergamous type things. Okay? And they don't understand the logic of an alpha. So, but they'll always listen to a beta cuck. They'll always go to a motherfucking a charlatan and shit and just listen to that motherfucker. Like my wife go in there and listen to hooping and hollering all the fucking day. Hallelujah. Listening to fucking Jesus all the time. And it's not helping her life. But I say, I'm Jesus. I can cause problems right now. Like the Canary virus. And I believe I caused the Canary virus indirectly. So I'm going to talk about that shit too. I caused it because in Ethiopia was talking about me and shit. And then something happened the following year. And then I get some Americans, Miss Mainly Milano, the crackers be talking about me sometimes. You talk too much. I'm like, dude, I'm just talking the truth. I'm Jesus. You got sins in your past, motherfucker. How you going to judge me? You don't know me. You don't know me from a goddamn can of paint, man. And then all of a sudden, you get Canary virus. And then someone say, you deserve, which I love when people get negative with me. I love it because as soon as something negative happens to me, I get a blessing. And now my kids are back with me. So we might be all dying in the handbasket. We all be dead in the handbasket, y'all. And I'm trying to tell you about cayenne pepper, but you laugh at me. I'm trying to tell you about colloidal silver, but you laugh at me. And then I'm telling you spirulina and fucking chlorella. You don't need that many things. Lemon and fucking apple cider vinegar. You can do all sorts of crazy shit. There's many different ways of going. But yeah, guys, you know who the fuck you are. There's more virgin men out there than women that can ever be. So men are more likely to be a victim because they're being rejected constantly bombarded with how they should be and how they shouldn't do this, how they should do it. And then some of y'all guys be turning gay because of a lack of a leg. And I can't approve of that. That means you're not spiritual enough. You're not strong enough. Turning gay because of a lack of a leg because you want to get fucked up your ass or some sort of touch from another individual. You have to completely compartmentalize yourself. You've got... But anyway, if there's any good men left or alpha men, combination of alpha and good men out there, which is rare. And I say about 10%, 15% guys out there who understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Crazy ass my ass is. They're not worth it. So you got to be careful. And I've seen countless ugly looking dudes matched up with the wrong individuals. Always fall for your type. I talk about this shit in my videos, you guys. Always fall for your type. If you're a fatty, you belong with a fatty. Now, women, they choose guys who are far more beyond their prettiness. That's where the cock carousel comes in. I always ask women, say, you a virgin? I said, she chose someone more prettier than herself. She don't understand that. How to handle the clown. The clown is like this. Whenever time I approach women, I said, female, you a Jezebel. I'm like, yo, I make you smell every day. I touch your body every day the right way. And then on top of that, you tell me I got to wear makeup just for what? You look beautiful naturally, right? But understand the clown is a fucking frown. The clown is a frown. And if you can't goddamn take that makeup off something, one day I remember I went to Ethiopia and I told my wife, what does these high heels doing in the corner? Then you know that shit fucks up your booty hole? Get the fuck out of here, bitch. You ain't wearing no high heels in our wedding. I said it. I said, you ain't wearing no high heels. Where you get the idea what high heel? You know what type of women who wear high heels are? The Jezebel, goddammit. They are the greatest narcissistic bitches in the world. Most like 90%. Now, there's some innocent females out there who want to wear the heels. They don't know. They let the little girls wear heels. They think it's cute. But please understand this. It's not cute, goddammit. That's a form of the Jezebel. They think it's just going to make them prettier because it props up some booty, or they walk. You know, people can't walk in no high heels. I tried to walk in some high heels, and I couldn't walk in no high heels. Couldn't do it for a goddamn. I said, what's the specialty? This is why women are not really left-brain creatures or logical creatures. I'm like, you're doing this for social purposes. So you want to know how to treat them? You treat them as such, like a clown, and you clown them bitches. And when you clown the bitches, she's gonna be like, I think I can use my high heels to another motherfucker who's a beta cuck. There's a lots of beta cucks out there who love to use vaginas. I don't like it. It's nasty. Don't you agree, you guys? Don't you get tired of that shit? Women disappear every day, but they say women are more the victims. No, it's not. That's not true at all. If the wise men like fucking Ted Bundy, if the wise men like fucking Zodiac Killer, if the wise men like Jack the Ripper don't kill them prostitutes off, we're going to have a whole bunch of rats every fucking where. But I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I don't debate him either. I ain't trying to get my YouTube videos pulled down here. But that's a fact, though. You got to have somebody who may be considered an incel taking out them bitches, because I'm like, the hardest motherfuckers are not in jail. Them thugs who act like they got a fucking deep voice, like a mom. Yo, man, those are the weakest motherfuckers. I tell women, because it's a challenge to them, you guys. We should know this. And the girls call me a geek all the time when I try to say something like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And they're like, you're a geek. And then sometimes they still laugh at me. I was like, okay, wait a minute. You got to improvise on the stupidity of women. But I don't hate women. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you, there's stupid people everywhere you go. Stupid people everywhere you go, babies. But I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And much respect to BMT. Y'all should watch his show, man. As I said before, I don't look for attention. But everybody's different in their own fashion, okay? All right? So you can go to this page and check him out. You can check me out. You know how to donate to him. You know how to donate to me, okay? Got that, motherfucker. It's not all about money. It's about spirituality, not materialism. It's about spirituality. And of course, as we can continue on with this game, let me make sure I check these things off here. Okay, I told you how to protect yourself. Get yourself a bag, a prepper bag, okay, and stack that motherfucker and shit. So let's say, for instance, you're driving in your car. Okay, I'm gonna put you in this scenario here. Then you get a flat tire. What do you do when you're on the highway? Okay, you got to think like that. What do you do on the highway and it's freezing cold and you got the canary bars? What do you do? That's how I want you to think. You're driving on the highway. Your car breaks down. Nobody's coming to your rescue. You got to think like that. You understand what the Emerald Pill tablet is about? Now, if you're any other person, you probably die on the highway because you haven't thought. You haven't prepped. You haven't did anything. There's no cars driving on the highway. You haven't prepped. So you're going to have a problem. Do you think I am not prepped in this house? I quarantine my fucking self. You follow me? You better ask enough questions, because I'm a person of a questionnaire motherfucker, okay? I'm a questionnaire inquisitive motherfucker. Introspective wise. Try me. Now, let's continue on here. They're not worth it. The hoes are not worth it. I'm telling you, they're going to use you. And then I already talked about to you how to treat conceited narcissistic hoes, okay? Okay, use your money. When you get money, okay, this is the order, motherfucker. Don't even spend the motherfucker. Don't try to spend it, because I know all you want to do is spend electronics and shit and geeky shit, and you want to basically try to keep yourself in the zone. It's called Zen mode, motherfucker. Zen mode. And I'm gonna try that shit. I'm gonna try to get into some gaming right after this and shit, because I feel fucking very disappointed with all this society and shit. You know, and I keep saying this. There's two types of alphas in the world. There's the white alpha and the black alpha. The black alphas is more the ones with the personality and charm, okay? So a lot of women will gravitate towards them thugs or those so-called hustlers and shit, the darker color races, okay? And if you're going to do it, the alphas who got the most money, they already did the polygyny a long time ago. They tried to dominate with that shit, but now they made religion to break it up, the monotony, okay, the boredom, okay? But in the Bible, it clearly says nothing against polygyny. But people get that shit misconstrued, though. It's intended for men to have multiple wives. But women are doing polyandry, so they're sleeping with multiple men. So now the men are losing this power. You hear my daughter saying she's going to kill my wife? I said, don't do that. Don't kill her. Don't kill her. I need her. Zaza, stop talking to your mom like that. Stop saying that. I need her for something. And that's only for one thing. Will you? Now, if she had other, if y'all women want to have things in common with men, try to have things in common with them, like do things with them, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, men have too much, they have too many hobbies, too many traits, too many possibilities and probabilities. Women don't have that much, okay? And I'm sorry to say that's just a fact, okay? So if women was actually super kind of, it was just like men, the whole world, we be fucking a powerful organization. But then again, the demiurge God said no. So humans and other species won't work anymore, because I read the stories of the fucking Gilgamesh and fucking the Mara Habata and the rich new records and shit. But if you say I talk too much, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man. Okay, because I do, this is my show and shit. VMT has its own show. I pop up on the show all the time. I'm trying to make one video per day. And I hope I don't get bland and shit like that for being a comedian, because I put my shit on the comedian. You're not supposed to fucking watch me, goddammit. None of you motherfuckers are supposed to watch me. But anyway, so far today, I see 2 people watching me. I talked about how to BMT showed up. Okay, I talked about how to protect yourself from the Jezebel and how to be a prepper. Okay, because I was always a prepper. Look at my hair. Look at this. People say you should shave that. I said the only time I need to shave it is none of your business. I don't need to shave it. I'm on the court now. I'll be playing basketball. People say you need to shave. I say you need to wash your balls. Okay, because I don't know if they stink or not. But please understand, to be a prepper is the key element to it. If something happens to you, you got to have a backup just in case. And if you have a bag and you always walk with a bag like I did, including with a strap on it back in those days, I still have it to this day now. I still have my Moses stick, y'all guys. And if you're there, you better say hello. Okay, because I know motherfuckers are getting gay and fruity. They're getting gay and fruity all the time, looking at my lips and say, oh, this motherfucker funny and I like his lips, man. I like his lips like an Italian. Look at my mole and shit, making fun of me and shit. Look at my hair and shit, you know what I'm saying? I look better like this with women and shit. I don't do that peanuts in pockets. Peanuts in pockets is what women do. Peanuts in pockets. Peanuts means your dick size. And pockets mean how much money you have. That's how women think. You would disagree with me. No, here we go. We turning the TV off. Okay, I'll keep it down. Don't turn it up. So please, you guys, start realizing to do your research. Stop spending money. You can get something like this. I'm gonna show you something, you guys. I'm gonna show you one thing. This is what I eat. This is what I would eat in my bag. Okay. If you got a vehicle, kudos to you. This right here should last for 3 whole fucking months or even 4. Right? You see this bag? This bag is not this fiber. Fiber is good for your bowels. And then if you got 2, oh my fucking God. And then if you got 2 of these, this is reverse osmosis water. These don't, come on, you guys. Don't let the hoes eat you up, because I know some guys is like, oh, why are the women acting funny and shit? The women are acting kind of funny these days. They starting to let down their guard. That's because them bitches are liars and thieves. Let this Panera virus stop. And then you got a hoe already. You ain't asked her no questions. You didn't ask her if she was a virgin. So you deserve everything you fucking get. Because you didn't listen to your, well, you didn't have no knowledge because you didn't have a daddy figure. That's okay, you know, because a lot of y'all didn't have daddy figures. But I'm about to get the hell off here because nobody's actually saying nothing. Got 2 people watching me. Now I don't know what else to say. Okay, let me see. Because I got other things I want to talk about. I said how to hurt somebody with the fucking voodoo dolls, simple picture work. Okay, let me see how to know if you're Jesus and shit. Okay, how to do fake money fucking. I'm just going to go on with this, and also why GameStop actually allow businesses to not close their doors for gamers. Gamers are the most smartest motherfuckers in the world. Computer technicians, engineers. Okay, I'm one of the. I have a degree in architectural drafting and design, and went to the school for psychoanalysis, the psychology. So when I talk about dark psychology, nobody want to talk about it because they don't understand it. Now it's becoming popular. So if I speak about it, then you could probably do something. Okay, let me say I'm gonna write it down here on dark psychology. Okay, now the dark psychology is nothing more than manipulation on two sides of the fence. You're double tongue. What did I tell you about this volume? You better turn this down, girl. No, you can't be. No, I'm doing something right now. No, little girl, no daughter. So it's dark psychology. We need to learn. Y'all guys need to take up dark psychology, which is all it is manipulation. I'll give you an example of what dark psychology is. Okay, here we go. If you got two women, okay, let me put it this way. Okay, oh, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down. I put the little notes. It's everything we talked about, not every little thing, because I'm schizo. You know what I'm saying? Every little thing we talk about, I'm gonna try to put it down in the description box and update it. Dark psychology is the meaning of having a two-tongue. When you say you could do manipulation in the dark way or in a positive way, everyone's being manipulated right to this moment. Manipulated to you having to work. Manipulated to where you have to go into your car. You're manipulated indirectly or directly. And here's an example of dark psychology. You have two women. One of your women asks you, okay, it's my titties. You know, deep down inside your fucking mind, you like medium-sized titties. You like medium-sized tits, don't you? And then you know you don't like really small tits, but you know you like medium-sized tits, right? This is an example of dark psychology. One of your women says, the woman with the small itty-bitty little titties says to you, is my titties okay? Is it nice? You like my titties more than hers? Easy question. So you go to your titties and you start massaging her little nitbits because you don't really like them. But the pussy's pretty good because she was a virgin, right? And then you go to your other woman. Now, you told your other wife to come in there and shit. And you said, let me see your titties. And let me expect them. Let me be intro-wise. Let me introspect because you got to look. Then you know you really like medium-sized titties. Because nobody likes really huge titties unless they got a fucking fetish. Because that's too huge. That's not natural to have huge titties, okay? Unless it's hereditary or some shit. I don't know what the fuck to say. So this is what you say. You said all your titties are beautiful. You know that's a goddamn lie. But it's really not a lie, motherfucker. Think about it. But she said which titties are better. You are actually lying to a degree. You are lying to a degree, to a point to where you cannot tell her because it will hurt her feelings. I like all your fucking titties, my beautiful wives. And alphas will be happy forevermore. Now, if you just say directly to your little girl, the little girl who got the small little titties, she's of age. Yes, of course, she's 18 or 17, the age of consent. Okay? And then next thing you know, you hurt her feelings, then you're going to have a problem. You got to think ahead. What am I going to say to this, my first wife that I actually met, who has little bitty titties? What am I going to say? Am I going to say, yeah, I like medium-sized titties? Yeah, that's rude. That's fucking rude. So use dark psychology in everything you do. Here's another example. My wife said, are you a Christian? I said, hell yeah, I'm a Christian. Deep down inside, I'm not a religious person. But I have Christ-like mentality. I have the Christ Jesus effect. I have all of those things to say she needs. But you guess who was the more of the liar, though? She was. Because if people say they're Christian, they read that motherfucking Bible, correct? Right? So there you go. So people call themselves Christian all of the time, and they don't read it. Okay, so there you go. That's dark psychology. And on top of that, I'm a Christian. I'm saved by Jesus and the blood of Jesus. No, motherfucker, you a hypocrite. You a liar if they find you out. But nobody talks about that. Nobody. Another dark psychology here. Actually, why did you listen to the white man at your job, but you can't listen to this doing simple teabagging for me? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm like, this is why I tell y'all guys always have a trade-off. If your wife don't give you teabag, you can take this away from her, you can take this away from her, and the courts can't do shit about it. So if the courts can't do shit about it, is that abuse? No, it's not abuse, especially if she basically filled out the paperwork. She filled out the paperwork, goddammit. You always give an application to use vaginas. But as a matter of fact, you never give applications to use vaginas. You only give applications out to virgin females, as I said before. You do have an application to use vaginas, but that's only when you get paid. You don't have to fuck them hoes. I keep telling y'all guys, y'all do not have to have sex with use vaginas. You don't have to. I'm a prodigy. You don't have to have sex with them. I've did it. I've done it. But of course, nobody's going to hear me until the day I'm dead. When I'm dead, I'm like, oh, there was a guy who actually fucked women. He was a gigolo who got paid. But remember, to be a gigolo, I've made a video about it already. So look at that video, how to be a gigolo, how to advertise yourself a gigolo, okay? Because you're talking to females who are below your pay grade, okay? I have a limit. I have standards and shit. I don't fuck with fat, super fat women because they need to come up with some more money if you want me to juice, right? You want some juice, right? I talk to them bitches in my inbox all the time. Please, I don't give a fuck you old or not. Just have the money when I got it. Just put the money in and I'll be on my way. If you don't get that money, I ain't coming nowhere. Y'all guys gotta be careful. The canary virus, women be trying to poison motherfucking niggas. Women truly think that their anger is higher than a man's. When women disappear every fucking day. Ted Bundy and Jack the Ripper, where the fuck are you at? Okay. When you need them. But they still disappearing every day, so we don't really need them. Okay? There's so many Jack the Rippers out there and Zodiac killers and Ted Bundys. They keep the numbers down because the canary virus may help. Okay, I'm being a sadist about it. I'm being a good sadist. Okay? Sometimes some bad things need to happen in order for good things to occur. And if the canary virus attacks me, I guess it's time for me to be a god in my next life because I said exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do. Pan-Africans don't believe in reincarnation, but they don't do no research on it, baby. Stop arguing with fucking Pan-Africans. Stop arguing with the fucking Moors. They're idiots. Stop arguing with sovereign citizens who think they're better than the law. I'm like, go to another country with that shit, please. But anyway, let me turn this TV off. I can't stand when turn the TV on, because I'm surrounded by fools and shit. I live, when I talk to a racist, I always get along with racists. Okay? I get along with pedophiles and wicked people. Okay, that's a freaking weird thing. I'm like, you get along with them, and they say they understand you because they're not sensitive. I just can't stand the massive asses. They are just. What happened to freedom of speech if you're not a terrorist? If you're not a terrorist, then what do you say? What the fuck you want? The KKK can stand up and fucking talk about what they feel, and they got masks on. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, I don't wear a fucking mask. I'm a negroid. Okay, I'm like, but let me get the fuck off out of here. I told you, I used to stay on for like an hour, and that's the best thing I can do, you guys. You know how to donate to me. I wrote down some things. You can do some research on yourself. Also, one more thing. Okay, there are different types of whites. So please look up shape-shifting whites, Caucasoids. Okay, now you may not. Okay, I talk about too much stuff and I ramble on. And it may seem like it, but y'all gotta start doing some research on outside the box thinking. And when I put things in the comment section and you don't see it and you're laughing at me, you may get cursed. So my next video is going to be about how to hurt someone through a simple picture or image or a doll. That's some voodoo shit, but I'm not going to give you all of the details. But I'm just going to give a rundown to how to hurt the world again. And also, I'm going to talk about how to know. Let me see. I'm going to put a circle around it because I got so much stuff to talk about in the world, rather than just red pill and MGTOW and shit like that. Let me see how to hurt someone. Okay, those two things. But and I'm gonna put down. I'm gonna update the fucking description box because BMT popped up in here, and I was supposed to get my boy Rad up on here. So because some people become pussies and shit when they don't want to show up on my feed, and they didn't have a good time and shit like that. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. I'm a good man, and they're good men too for showing up. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. If anyone's watching me, please put down in the comment section a question or something, because sometimes you'll be too afraid to show your imagery upon the God, which I'm Jesus. And then you may get nervous. Sometimes I may run my mouth a little bit too much, but you got to interrupt me too sometimes. I like you interrupting me, but don't interrupt me too much, motherfucker. I'll mute your ass. This is my shit. Okay. Peace and love to you, but come on, y'all. I see two people watching me. So anything I want to say? Okay, I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. I'm going on Twitch after this, you guys. I'm playing. I'll only focus on one game at a time, but I'm really deep down into the fucking Witcher 3. Sometimes I play games sporadically in different times and areas and situations. My words may be get mingled up in the conversation, but you know what I'm saying. And when you get off and you have something to say, but you forgot to say it, watch me for a little bit and write down the comment section, okay? Talked about a lot of different things, you guys. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. Love animals more than human beings, but I don't fuck the animals. Okay. And y'all have a nice day, because it gets boring talking to NPCs. Most of you are NPCs, non-playable characters, okay? Most of you. And you become more likely, you try to refrain from being a non-playable character. Okay, just like, you're in the Matrix, you're in the video game. There's no rules and regulations here. As a matter of fact, when you come on my show, try to have two things to talk about at least. Okay, because you don't want to be out just interjecting shit and say, hey, I need you to get the hell off of right now, and may not never come back again. But I would never do that, because I'm a good comedian. I'm just joking with you. Okay, but please have at least two things you write down in your so-called I will have little sticky notes. Have a pencil and paper, and keep to the point. Okay, and I jump all over the place, so I'm always interesting in different sections. So you have to stop me at one time and say, yeah, hey, yeah, let me say something. Okay, then I'll listen to you, because we don't need this monotone. Okay, when you have a monotone, that means you need some more spunk. You need some more spunk. You need some more animation. When I listen to people, I usually listen. I like this. Okay, and of course, when I'm talking, I have to be the way I am now. I love you all, but I hate the many of you, and you have a nice motherfucking day. Now I'm gonna hit the end broadcast button, and I hope I get rich. Okay, because all of the donations I'm gonna receive. Okay, peace. I'm out.